Hi everyone, we welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
A look at the West All-Stars starting group. Smith is out there with Jokic. Then it's Morant. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Doncic in at the shooting guard. Here's Hill. Oh, man! What a finish!
Oh, now that's an all-star dunk. That's why he's here.
On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. The West All-Stars coach and I did get a chance to talk. I asked him how hands-on he was planning to be, and he said, not much. He told me it's fun to coach these guys to see what I can generate out of certain matchups, but that's more the exception than the rule. I think I'll be as much of a spectator as anyone. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. Now, here is Hill. 7 points in the game, and he's good on the three ball. Hill's got 10 points in the game.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
Well, you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Giddey, no one around him. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Giddey's got his second bucket.
And early on, they looked great. They made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Here's Hill. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
And this game literally has been wide open as it gets.
Yeah, both teams completely neglecting their defensive duties.
Well, I think, as is always the case, the story of the game tonight won't have a lot to do with defense.
That's the way it always is. I mean, a half-court alley-oop or a spectacular behind-the-back pass, that's exactly what the people want to see in this game.
Now here's Morant. He has 5. And it's sent back by KD.
KD's defense has really taken a huge step forward. I mean, excellent at blocking shots now, and he's a better help defender. Man, he's putting that reach to good use on the defensive end.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
So the timeout taken here, the first for the West All-Stars. Kawhi Leonard checked in for the East. James Harden comes in for Ben Simmons.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches, earning the title NBA All-Star, that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
Harden kicks to Hill. Tatum setting the pick for Hill. The 3, count that as his 7th field goal, 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
7 for 9 here in the first quarter. He's on fire.
Doncic against Hill. Doncic passes to Jokic. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Well, Greg, one thing we know for sure, you know that every player who earned a spot on this roster is going to see his share of action. Spreading the minutes evenly, as you've always talked about, is always a top priority for these All-Star game coaches.
And you're so right, Kevin. I mean, for all the hard work these players put in to get here, I mean, each one deserves a chance, if you will, to share the spotlight. It's one of the great things about the All-Star game.
So it's the West now. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end.
And the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent. And when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
A three-pointer is right on target.
You know, everybody knows Harden is lights out from behind the arc. So if you're defending him, you've got to take that away.
Jokic passes to Doncic. And it's Smith missing. The East leading by 4. Hill looking around. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Anthony Davis comes in for Tatum. And Trae Young subbed in for Kevin Durant. Now here is Hill. 19 points in the game. And it goes down 2 points.
Well, he's certainly seen his share of the ball tonight.
I would say maybe more than his fair share. I mean, he's not going to make too many friends out there if he's not willing to spread that sugar a little bit.
And Harden with the stuff.
Harden's ball handling is absolutely off the chain insane. I mean, easily carving up the defense. Superb control. Got it on the string.
And so Morant will bring it up for the West All-Stars. 8-point game. Booker fires from way outside. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And Young kicks to Hill. And another 3 from the East.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
Harden against Doncic. And finished off by Doncic.
Yeah, and the number of slams here we're seeing tonight off the chart.
Somebody forgot to tell these guys the dunk contest is on a different night.
Now here's Leonard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. And Hill throws it down.
An area that Leonard has focused on honing, just taking what the D gives you in that pick and roll.
The West trails by 8. Morant passes to Giddey. And here's Booker from the arc. And the West hit again from deep.
Well, you can't expect lockdown D in the All-Star game, especially in the first half.
Now Young on deep. He can't get it to go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
And finished off by Davis.
Well, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
The 3 from Morant. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. The East All-Stars up on top, up by 5. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your youth dance squad.
Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
We've got Kate Cunningham. Davis is out there with Mobley. Then there's Ben Simmons. And it's Brown in at the small forward position. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. Now here's Simmons. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Cunningham outside. A second chance effort. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. And the East leads by 7.
And defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
They're a little light on the fouls in terms of what's been called tonight. And that's usually the theme in this game.
I agree. I mean, the guys always play reasonably hard, but they don't necessarily play physically, if that makes any sense. The officials' jobs are usually pretty easy in this one.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Brown, and finished off by Brown.
Hey, I don't think there's any excuse for allowing Brown to get that deep. I mean, he's brilliant at throwing it down if the defense doesn't stop it.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Up top, Morant. Guarded by Simmons. Morant passes to Jokic. Here's Simmons, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more. And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle splits for the East All-Stars.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And one other thing that stands out, all the block shots. I mean, staying up in their jerseys.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Curry's checked in. Davis, that's for two. And some very quick points for him on that possession. Davis has got his second bucket tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Boy, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter. Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
Could have been much better defense. I mean, you can't give this guy any room to operate.
Cunningham with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's Brown missing. The West trails by 9. And there's the drive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
The West All-Stars making a switch here. Smith is checked in. Now here's Mobley. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. They grab their own miss. Count it. And the East leads by 9.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now here's Cunningham. Devin Booker missing his last shot. And then Cunningham slams it in.
You know, we always get some great dunks in this game, and I think we can add that to the list.
Check out the reaction. Listen to that. I mean, that slam was a raise the roofer.
Here's Curry. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end, to the inside. It's stolen by Davis. And Simmons slams it in.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
Booker against Cunningham. Now here's Booker, guarded closer. Here's Giddey. Good. Nice assist from Booker. Giddey's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And here's Simmons for 3. They get it back. Here's Mobley. Sinks the three-pointer. Mobley's got the lead up to 14 now for the East All-Stars.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Giddey and the West hit again from deep.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
And the East All-Stars decide to take their first time out here. Big group substitution here for the East. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Anthony Davis. Kevin Durant comes in for Evan Mobley. Leonard, he's checked in for Brown. And it's Hill in for Cunningham. Now here's Durant. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. In the corner, Smith with it. And the West hit again from deep.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Jabari Smith picks one up.
Hard to imagine Durant not going down as one of the great scorers this league has ever seen. As a matter of fact, that's a given, folks. Dynamic, explosive, and he's consistent year in and year out.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 5. Smith outside. And it's sent back by KD. And the shot goes in. Giddey's got 18 points in the game.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Here's Hill. Banked in off the glass.
Yeah, such a crafty move. That's an all-star game special right there, folks.
That certainly isn't any regular season move. I agree with that. I mean, you save that kind of move for the big stage of the All-Star week.
Now, here's Doncic. Outside Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got 3 assists now in this one. Tatum kicks to Simmons. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The West trails by 6. Doncic with it. That one goes in. He has 7.
That's just a fantastic decision from Doncic, seeing a chance to go to work inside and taking it.
Here's Hill. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now, here's Doncic. He has 7. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
You know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got his second basket of the night.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
And out of bounds, the East All-Stars will have it.
Substitution on the court.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. East All-Stars lead by 4. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in this second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star game, is there?
And the West All-Stars looking at who they've got. Luka Doncic's out there with John Morant. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Smith in at the 4.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
Well, I tell you what, guys, the young kids like to say, that's doing too much. That falls into that category. That was too much.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
And here is Hill after Luka Doncic hitting the three. A three ball, and it's Hill. That time the assist by Simmons. Hill's got 39.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Lets it go from 11, and they'll keep possession. And the pass to Doncic. Floats it up for Jokic. It's stolen by Hill. It's Durant on the wing. And they double up MP. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over. Banchero's checked in for Durant. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the West. They trail by 3. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 6 assists here tonight.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Here's Hill. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
At the elbow, Jokic. Passes to Morant. Here's Giddey. And the West hit again from deep.
Nice start to the second half. Just 1 miss in their first 5 attempts.
And they double up MP. A 3 from Simmons. Tatum dishes to Banchero. There's the pick. And he lobs it up toward the rim. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
You always know we're going to see a few of those every All-Star weekend, but I don't know if we'll see a better alley-oop than that one right there.
And then Smith with the dunk.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass them.
Hill kicks to Banchero. The kick out to Hill. Connects from three-point range. Hill's got 44.
And he got loose from the three-point range in the first half and showing signs here that he's still got the flow in the second.
Jokic with the screen on Hill. Doncic, no good. The East leading by 3. And they double up MP. Tatum passes to Hill. From the wing, the East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
You know, throughout this quarter, guys, they've had no answer for him defensively. He's been absolutely relentless.
Morant kicks to Doncic. And the foul called on MP.
Personal foul.
That is his first foul of the game. And the East All-Stars with some changes. Davis is checked in for Jason Tatum. Cade Cunningham comes in for Brown. Young is subbed in for Simmons. Then for the West All-Stars, Towns comes in for Jokic. And it's Booker in for Doncic. Now Hill, following the miss by Jabari Smith from deep. And it's Davis finishing it off.
Good positioning that time from AD, working the pick and roll beautifully.
The West trails by 7. Timeout called here. The West All-Stars decide to talk it over.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
Booker, he's checked in for the West. Brandon Ingram comes in for Josh Giddey. To end the run, Booker the pass to Towns. And the dunk by Towns.
Boy, it's really good to see your big man imposing his will physically. Right there, Towns with a statement finish.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the East All-Stars.
I like this throwback approach they're taking, looking to score high percentage shots in the paint. And so far, it's working.
And, you know, the more they penetrated, the more they realized the defense wasn't able to stop them. So they just kept doing it.
A nice shot by Booker.
Not just an outside shooter. Booker is also skilled at getting it done from that area as well. And that keeps him perfect from the field this quarter.
And so here are the West All-Stars. After the basket by the East All-Stars on the other end, Towns wide open. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Towns has got 5 points now this quarter. They set the pick. Pass to Young. And another three from the East.
As a leader, you've got to know when your team needs a response. Young gets that, and great three to answer right back.
Banchero kicks to Hill. And another three from the East.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
Morant scanning the floor.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And the basket by Hill.
And you see the ability to rise and fire from mid-range, even against that length.
You know, guys, if they're inside, that shot probably gets blocked. But from mid-range, I mean, he's able to get it off over the bigger defender there.
Now, Banchero. After Devin Booker missing on that last three-pointer. Down low. And Davis throws it down.
Doesn't take a lot for AD to get to the rim. With his length, he can throw it down easily.
There's Morant. He's got 14. Kicks it out to Booker. Hits the three-point bomb. Booker's got 5.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Durant's checked in for the East. The East All-Stars have gone just 4 of 8 from the line tonight, hoping to move that free throw percentage up a bit. Curry kicks to Booker. Inside, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Davis. Cunningham for 3. Booker pulls it in. Out to Ingram, takes a 3. It's hauled in by the East. Davis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And so it's the East All-Stars with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. And we'll see if they can keep up their tremendous shooting they've been dialed in so far from the field. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And we welcome you back. The biggest stars of the league are putting on a show here at the All-Star Game.
And we're seeing some world-class basketball being played here tonight.
That's exactly what you'd expect coming from the absolute greatest players on the planet.
They've got Trae Young. Durant is out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Hill, and it's Davis in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars. And Jokic slams it in.
At almost 7 feet tall now, Jokic can definitely throw it down, and he's happy to remind defenses that he can do so.
Hill inside. Here's Davis, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
You know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, this hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days. And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Hill passes to Brown. From outside, off the mark.
You know, even though they're on top in this one, You'd like him to be better out there because he's capable of being better. It sure would make things a lot easier, too.
Now here's Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes back up, and he sinks the layup.
You know, at close range, Curry has a plethora of shots. You simply can't allow him to get those looks.
Doncic outside. Outside Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 5th assist in this one. Here's Hill. The kick out to Brown. Trains the three-pointer.
Boy, that's an example of Durant's basketball IQ and awareness, both platinum level.
Curry against Young. Doncic trying to get open. Count that one, and the East All-Stars lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Curry. Here's Hill.
What an amazing finish there. Just fearless. And when he attacks the rim, and it's as if the big fella wasn't even there.
Now, here's Doncic. Some nice passing here by the West.
When you play with Luka now, Doncic, he's ready to find you if you're open, so you've got to be ready to receive.
Here's Hill. And MP throws it down hard.
Oh, and the crowd goes crazy after seeing that finish.
Yep, a throwdown. Appropriate for the occasion. That's how to get these fans revved up and excited.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Curry's shot is good.
And he's coming up big here in the clutch.
Composed under pressure, and he's now 4 for 4 here in the fourth.
Out of bounds, it'll be the West All-Stars ball. The East making a switch. Tatum's checked in. Smith checked in for the West. Ja Morant comes in for Stephen Curry. And Giddey gets it to go. Giddey's got 23 points.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter.
Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And this is something Morant does well. His knack for knowing when to make that feed is impressive.
And MP throws it down hard.
And I'd have to say the decibel level just rose about 300% in here.
Certainly sounds like it. I mean, there's nothing these fans love to see more than highlight reel dunks, and that one certainly qualifies.
And it's Doncic missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all. And now that's what these people came to see, just punishing the rim.
Boy, that was tremendous.
Oh, my goodness.
Man. And I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Yep, it counts.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Doncic.
Now an MVP caliber player, Doncic's drive is evident. I mean, he's somebody that wants to be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. And he's well on his way based on what he's done thus far.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Trae Young. On the wing, Hill, guarded by Doncic. Outside for Simmons. Doncic against Hill. Shoots over Doncic. The East All-Stars tack on 2 more.
And he is one cool customer, guys, isn't he? Every possession magnified down the stretch, but he's been ready with only 1 miss against his 6 mates.
Count that one. The East All-Stars lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Morant. Tatum with the screen on Doncic. And here's Hill for 3. It's rebounded by Giddey. Giddey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Morant bats for 2. Again, the West All-Stars.
In just so many different ways, Morant can hurt you. Tonight, it's been with the scoring.
And here's Hill for 3. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Doncic kicks to Giddey to tie it up. And the West hit again from deep.
You've got to give them a lot of credit for just battling back into this game.
Extremely impressive was the rally they made. I mean, we'll see how much their comeback might have taken out of them. And we'll see if they can keep that foot on the pedal now.
And it's Giddey in the corner. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Right side Hill from deep three-point range. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. So it's the East All-Stars taking the W in a close one.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.